What's going on YouTube? It's Giga here bringing you some more Series 10 Wi-Fi battles with live commentary. For one last time, we are taking this Kyogre team for a spin as part of my 5 rental teams video. If you haven't checked it out already, I highly recommend you do. So looking at my first opponent, it is a Lugia team, so that's pretty cool. It is Lugia with Rillaboom, a Tornadus, Raichu, Ninetales, and Urshifu. So a lot of different things going on here. Escavalier, in my mind, is a really, really good answer into Lugia, just given the fact that it does have an Assault Vest to sponge a lot of the special hits, can deal big damage back, and should not really take much from either stab. Serena is tempting to stop a potential fake out from their end, but also not really required. I think Incin is more valuable. I also do want Alecki and Tornadus. I'm gonna lead Alecki. No. Because I need Serena for Rillaboom. Kyogre, Incin. Let's do Serena Escavalier. Right. That is less than ideal, for sure. We're gonna pretty heavily rely on Serena and Escavalier in this match, but I think if we can knock off a potential leftovers on Lugia, it could it's probably going to be a weakness policy variant, right? That's what I'm thinking. It's weakness policy with Raichu to trigger, as we do see Torn Raichu. So Torn Raichu is potentially fine. I do expect to see a fake out on the Kyogre, so we can fake out to stop. We fake out to stop their Tailwind, and then just go for a Water Spout. I think that that's probably fine. We could fake out on a Raichu. I'm gonna click Water Spout anyway, not expecting to get it off, and then I'm gonna go for a fake out onto Raichu. Probably has a Sash. I'm gonna fake it on a Raichu, actually. I think it's fine if they set up Tailwind. I would much rather break their Sash. Because then you also don't get a free switch in from what is it called? From either one into Kyogre. We are gonna see a fake out onto Incin, which is shocking to me. You're going for it looks like a Hurricane, as we just get a huge double knockout, because it looks like no Sash on either at this point. Yeah, no Sash. So we have Kyogre just, wow, I did not really expect to see that. I guess they were expecting a switch on my end, but I didn't really need to. So we are going to see a Ninetales come out. Ninetales is fine with me. Ninetales is going to break any sort of protection on Lugia. So we can probably, is it no Snow Warning on... Okay, I was going to say, it's definitely Snow Warning on Lugia. You can still proc your policy with something like an Ice Shard. So I would like to swap into a Escavalier. And I'm going to go for a Snarl. Yeah, I'm going to Snarl and then Flare Blitz into the Ninetales. I just want to try and weaken this Lugia a little bit. I think Escavalier, in all honesty, is going to be more important than Ninetales in this endgame, as we do see just a straight Aeroblast. Please don't do that much into Escavalier. Escavalier does take that. We do see the Aurora Veil come out. I think that's still fine as well. If we can just KO, I think if we can KO the Ninetales, we can put enough pressure on Lugia overall that it shouldn't be able to do much. Even if we do see a weakness policy, given how much it did to Escavalier, yeah, we are going to see the weakness policy come out. Escavalier should be able to still take a hit. Both of these should very comfortably live a hit. I would like to Iron Head into Ninetales, as well as go for another Snarl. If we get Lugia back to neutral, that puts us in a fine spot. We can theoretically sack Serena for a free switch into Incin. Just to start putting on some more pressure. Oh, that is unexpected. still tank that because Lugia just does no damage. You're gonna proc my Citrus. So we have a free swap into Serena the subsequent turn. If we live, which we should, I can't really see either. Yeah, that's gonna do nothing into a Scavalier or Incin. You do get the freeze. We didn't go for a Flare Blitz, so definitely unfortunate there. But we will at least connect the Iron Head onto Ninetales. Okay, we can just do that. We do get a free KO there. And I think at this point we can stall out the Aurora Veil using these two, and then we should be able to bring out Kyogre for the KO. Iron Head I think is fine. Actually wait. Iron Head is going to be 120 versus this, which is 130. So I'm going to go for a knockoff here. I'm going to try to go for a Snarl. We're still frozen. Oh, I should have just gone for a Flare Blitz. We are seeing Calm Mind, so that's also fine. We are hitting on the physical side, so we still, as long as we can match Snarl, if we match Snarl for freeze, I need to go for Flare Blitz. We are getting good damage off with a Scavalier, and once that hail goes away, we're fine. I need to Flare Blitz. Yeah, I gotta go for it. Flare Blitz. I'm gonna just click knockoff again. I'm gonna click Flare Blitz. I need to thaw out. I can't keep staying frozen. This is their one chance of coming back. As we do see an Aeroblast, probably an Incin. Into a Scavalier, that's fine. Flare Blitz will melt the ice. We are going to do significant damage onto this Lugia. Boom. Great for us. And then this knockoff should be able to finish it off. Yep, got it. So, good first game. I think the fake out onto Incin was with the assumption that I would switch out. But in my mind, it was fine, right? Because it's like, if you fake out into Kyogre, I'm going to break a Sash on Raichu. You just set up Tailwind. I can switch next turn. If you fake out into Incin, as we saw happen, even if you set up a Tailwind, it's fine. So, interesting choice by my opponent to just go for damage. I'm shocked that there was no Sashes, but I'm guessing the Sash was on Ninetales. But overall, really good first game. And yeah, let's just keep rocking and rolling and move to the next one. All right, battle number 2, and it is Calyrex Ice. It is Calyrex Ice with Urshifu, Mimikyu, what is it called? A Milotic, Pincurchin, and Volcarona. So they don't really have a good way of stopping this, right? If I go for an Electroweb, yeah, you can't really stop Electroweb with Water Spout. I'm so bad at words today. Incineroar, Escavalier. I think that that's fine. Pincurchin will be slower than Escavalier, so faster under Trick Room, but I think given that option of a Lecky Kyogre, as long as we hit the Water Spout, we should be able to stop anything. Pincurchin does have Lightning Rod as an option, I think, but Lightning Rod won't stop Electroweb from hitting the second target, right? I think that's how, yes, Lightning Rod will only absorb the damage. We do see Calyrex with Mimikyu, so like I said, as long as we hit the Electroweb, particularly on Mimikyu, we should be pretty fine. Calyrex does have a chance of survival, but we do have a Scavalier in the back, and a Scavalier will be able to beat Calyrex in the endgame. So I'm fine to click this button, and this is a little tricky. Oh, this is actually really tricky because of the fact that Electro will lower Calyrex's speed, which means that a Scavalier will not outspeed in Trick Room, but we do have Incineroar, so we can also just cycle on Intimidates as need be. So this feels like a very strong lead into my opponent, right? Like, we are going to see a Protect from Calyrex, probably a potential Shadow Sneak. So we just need to hit Mimikyu with this Electroweb, which we do. Kyogre should definitely, like, I can't see Mimikyu surviving, right? And I'm guessing your potential response is to bring out Urshifu, if you have it, to go for something like a Sucker Punch to reduce the output damage of, boom, yeah, to reduce the output damage of Kyogre. But we don't, oh, I was gonna say, we don't even have Instant in the back. We do have Instant in the back. We don't have Serena. We can potentially just swap out into Instant to get an attack drop, as we do see, yep, we are going to see the Urshifu come out. I'm fine with Thunder and Water Spout. Even if I take, right, we are going to see a Sucker Punch, yep, into Kyogre. Kyogre still over half, so we are doing still a significant amount of damage with Water Spout. This will, I mean, that's, oh my god. Boom, that is a KO'd Calyrex right there. We do have Urshifu just hanging out, and so the question is, what is in the back? We do have the ability to go for that. We are going to see Pincurchin come out. Pincurchin is going to set up the Electric Surge. We love to see that with Regieleki. I'm fine to click Water Spout one more time, as well as an Electroweb onto both. The Electroweb should KO, yeah, I was gonna say, because we should be able to KO Urshifu pretty easily. You could have, gone for a double up? No, because you could have protected with Urshifu to go for a KO onto Kyogre with Pincurchin. And then, I mean, that would have forced me to bring out Incin, so I think it would have still been fine. We can protect, or we fake out onto Pincurchin then, and then KO Urshifu, and then it's a 3v1. So overall, really good first game. I think just like the amount of sheer pressure I had turn one, my opponent really couldn't handle. But like I said, good second game, and yeah, let's just keep rocking and rolling and move to the next one. All right, battle number 4, or battle number 3, sorry, I forget. It is Calyrex. It is Calyrex Shadow, Entei, Whimsicott, Urshifu with Stack and Indeedee. Probably a Lecky Ogre. Probably want a Lecky, probably want Ogre. Actually, I want Tornadus. I also want Ensign, and I also want a Scavalier. I could lead Torn a Scavalier. No, stop drifting. I like Torn a Scavalier with Ensign and Ogre in the back. Do I even need to do that? Can I just lead? I could do that. No, I could just lead TornOgre. Yeah, why don't I just lead TornOgre? I'm scarfed on Kyogre. What do I care? Yeah, we'll match Tailwinds. If you don't, even if you go for not Tailwind, yeah, if you try and taunt, that's fine. I do have to be obviously a little cognizant of Stack Attacka, going for something like a Wide Guard. But if we see Stack Attack in the lead, we can just go for a single target. We can taunt into it with Torn. Like there's a lot of options. We do obviously have to be very wary of Scarf Calyrex, which I have seen Scarf Calyrex in Tailwind. Escavalier can live a +2 Astral Barrage, so that's going to be an important thing. As we do see, we are going to see Urshifu. It is going to be Rapid Strike. Next to Wimmy, we can go for a Thunder. We can, yeah, I think single target Thunder into that is fine. We can hit this button. We can hit this button. I think that should be fine. I think Thunder is enough for... Is Thunder enough for a KO onto Calyrex? I don't think so. But we do have the potential for a double up. If I feel like the focus dash is on Wimmy. We are going to see a Tailwind, yep. So we are going to match Tailwinds here. We should be faster with Tornadus. Let's see if they're Scarfed. We are going to see no Scarf. So I'm guessing no Sash. I'm guessing it's Mystic Water. Okay, so that's clean. Clean KO. Nice. Love to see that. We can probably, swap out from Torn into... no, we're Sash. So Calyrex is fine. We do have a focus sash on Tornadus, so we can definitely live at least one Astral Barrage. I'm fine to click this button here. I'm fine to Hurricane. I'm fine to Hurricane into. I'm fine to go for a double up on the Calyrex. Right. Yeah, the Hurricane could do a significant chunk. You could protect. Right, you protect, you Moonblast into, you could Moonblast into Tornadus. That would actually be really scary, because then you break the sash and you're guaranteed to be at +1 the subsequent turn when I'm forced to like do some switching shenanigans. So, okay, so we just see no protect, so straight Thunder into this Calyrex. Oh, what? Is that bulky Calyrex? That could very well be bulky Calyrex. What? Is that thing Specs? I think that's Specs. That's fine. We now have... I think that Calyrex is Specs. There's no way... There's no way it should have brought Torn down to Sash. We are going to see a swap out into Entei. Entei is not going to like a Thunder. So Thunder goes off onto Entei. I'll take that. That's good chip. We are going to see a Moonblast. I'm guessing that's going to go into Ogre. Yep. Ogre is going to eat that, as we will be able to Hurricane into Whimsicott. So Hurricane comes out. This should... We are going to see, yep, the Sash is going to be on Whimsicott. And so what I'm thinking is we bring out Ensign here. We can fake out Wimmy to KO it, and then go for a Hurricane onto Entei. This is actually important, because I need to know how many rain turns are left, because of the fact that we have a Scavalier in the back, and it's obviously really not going to like... Okay, there's still 2 turns of rain, so what we need to do is we need to fake out Whimsicott and go for a Hurricane onto Entei. And then what we can do is setting up a Tailwind is pointless. Actually, it's not necessarily pointless. We will see Protect, very smart on their end. Let's see if the Entei is Scarfed. It is not Scarf Entei, so that's good for us. We will get... Wow, Tornadus putting in... Oh, because it's a crit. It's like Tornadus is really doing a good job. So this is great, right? We got rid of the biggest threat into... a Scavalier, but I don't actually think it's going to matter, just due to the fact that like we still have a full health Ensign versus that. They can't even go for something like a taunt or an Encore onto Ensign because of the fact that it's Dark type. I'm gonna go for this. I don't think I need to risk it. I would like to... I'm just gonna go for a Hurricane on a Wimmy. I don't think there's really a reason to go for anything else. But that looked like modest, bulky Calyrex, given the fact that Tornadus should never be KO'd by a standard Astral Barrage. So I am actually curious if their team is available. So unfortunately it isn't. This is a pretty short video. So I think I'm going to actually still end it here. I do have a lot going on, so I do want to actually prioritize that a little bit. Definitely make sure to check out the 5 rental teams video. I think there's nothing wrong with having a short video. I might take some days off just because things are a little hectic, but we'll see about that. Definitely look for new content, trying to get rental teams for next month ready, as well as like try and get through all the restricted. So hopefully some cool teams until next time, but yeah, stay tuned until next time. I hope all of you are wonderful, and I'll see you then.